guys, we are at a no heat call for a Lennox heat pump. So kind of a no heat slash second opinion. Guess somebody's moved that already. Whether there was a problem with that, I don't know. But anyway, no heat call. History of refrigerant being added to the system may be somewhat related to that. But I'm gonna start by checking the pressures on it first. I've got the thermostat turned up. When I got here, went inside, the thermostat set on 70. It was reading 70. It was about 34 degrees last night. And the guy said that a couple years ago it was about half empty. Somebody replaced one of these Schrader cores out here, and right a couple of weeks ago, and said that it was low. I didn't really need to take all those off. Found multiple leaks in it, so I'm gonna check the charge on it, and we're gonna go through it and see if we can find any leaks. The guy that owns this house is friends with one of the, or does business, or I think on our commercial side, some of our commercial techs service some of his properties. So he wanted us to come by here and take a look at this. So pressures aren't looking bad. 109, 319, 410A on it. Line's nice and hot, so I don't know if whoever was here and told him he had leaks. He had leaks outside and inside. So I'm going to double check that real quick and do a quick leak search for him, see what we can find out. So I may start under the house at the air handler first, and well, this thing's labeled nice. There's the one for the air handler, and there's the first floor unit. Yep, she's off. Alright, let's go under the house first and start with the air handler. Alright, we're under here. He's some kind of fancy water filtration type deal going on down here. I don't know what in the world. I ain't a plumber. Don't care to be one. But anyway. So let's get this air handler checked out. We just want to confirm all this. I mean, the charge looked fine outside. I don't know if they added anything. I think he said that the quoting on this was really, really high. He may end up just doing a system replacement. There is a train on the upstairs. I don't know if we installed it or not, so it's a separate. I don't know if it used to be a Lennox over there or not. I don't know. I know Lennox has gotten high on their parts. If I'm not mistaken, the last time I ordered or got information on one of those condenser coils outside from Lennox, that thing was $2,400. And that's our cost on it. Lennox is just outrageous. Some of their evaporator coils, they're wanting, excuse me, $1,200 for some of these coils. You call in to get a price on it. They're just they think a lot of what they have. I mean, they quote some high prices on it, that's for sure. But anyway, let's get this leak detector warmed up. Alright, so we'll see if we can find something in here. I mean, this thing's rusted pretty good, that's for sure. It's copper coil, you won't get another one. I mean, they want to charge you $1,200 cost on a coil. It's going to be aluminum, and it's going to be worse than what you got. So let's see if we can find something. And I mean, I don't know who was here. I didn't ask him. They may have been just trying to sell him something. I don't know. It's just there's a lot of companies out there these days that do that. And they just like it's, I don't know. They just, yeah, we'll sell them a new unit. They don't want to fix anything. They want to replace it because that's their business model. I mean, it's obviously part of a business model, but it's not the only thing that you can do. But with the cost of all this stuff, you know, hell, outdoor coil $2,400, indoor coil $1,200. Time you price that up, I mean, it's gonna be $7,000-8,000. No way should you put that much money into. And that's the funny thing about it, the cost of the parts that they're wanting for these two coils, they're more than this thing cost when it was brand new, when whoever installed it bought it. So I've been going around this thing. I'm double checking at this point. I wasn't going to record all of this on this coil because I'm, you know, I take my time, so you don't need me sit there and watch me do 30 minutes of video on a coil. See, that's up to 6. So there may be something right there. So a little bit of something right in the top here that's still not. There we go. And that's up to 10, 11. So there's a leak in there. It's not huge. It's not like a blowout. I mean, it's going to get worse. It's not going to get any better. I'm up to 8. So there's something leaking in there. It's not a big leak. I mean, I can go ahead and tell you, you're not going to get a coil from Lennox these days. It's going to last 12, 13 years like this one has. Alright, so I got this thing apart. He said that the notes he had from the other, whoever it was, said they had a leak at the bottom of the condenser coil. They had another one below the TXV and the true suction line, which feeds over and ties into your suction line. And it looks like somebody's been doing some work on that before, right down there. Nice brazing job down there. So let's check all these things and see if See if we get a match to what they said. I don't know. I always take the door off on these Linuxes and get them out of the way. Alright, so I'm picking up something. It's usually these bottom corners down here on each side. One of them's typically on these Linuxes where you'll find your leak at. And we're up to 30. Getting higher. Just let it keep pulling that air in. So we're picking it up on both sides. So alright, so now let's check this true suction. One of these fittings is leaking where it brazes in. You can see somebody's handiwork right there. Brazing on that thing at some point in time, trying to fix a leak that was there. It looks like somebody's tried to mess with that too. You just cut that out and put a new fitting in. There ain't no sense in you trying to get in there and try to braze anything. But let's see if we can find something leaking. And I'm picking up something in the unit. 0. Let's see. And I may be picking up from the bottom of that coil. Put some spray bubbles on it and see what I come up with. So I spray bubbled these things down right there, right over there around that. The bottom fitting under the TXV, and I'm wondering if whatever they were picking up down here was residual from what was coming from the bottom of the coil, maybe picking it up a little bit, it being in close proximity where the actual coil leak is. Let's go call and find out what the price of these parts are. Alright guys, so got off the phone with Lennox, our wonderful Mr. Dave Lennox and Associates. Who put the outdoor temperature sensor in the damn electrical compartment? I mean, that should be out here. It gets warm in here. A little bit warmer than the outdoor temperature actually is, but I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, that's what's in. I don't know. I don't put them in the electrical cabinet. Anyway, this condenser coil, our cost on this coil is $2,500. Our cost on that evaporator coil down there in the crawl space is $1,240. That's just $3,700 in parts from Lennox. And this isn't even their best stuff. And whoever installed these units 12 years ago brand new didn't pay that much for this indoor and outdoor unit. when he bought it to come put it on this house. You gotta love Lennox, man. They think their stuff's made out of gold. But I think we're going to do a system replacement on that. He just wanted to confirm these leaks. He has no intention of spending that much money on this thing. So we'll get our guy out here to give him a quick load calculation, give him some options on some train equipment, and get this Lennox away from that train sitting over there. Y'all have a good day. Appreciate you watching.